Sampdoria and Inter, meanwhile, were fighting it out in Genoa. This was to be the first of two epic meetings which went a long way to deciding the outcome of the 1991 title.
Sampdoria kicking off with Katanec rolling the ball back in defence straight away. All the way back to goalkeeper Pagliuca. A cloudy afternoon with a reasonable temperature as the ball's thrust up the middle straight away, and a first-class shot there from Vialli, and it's a goal. An incredible start for Sampdoria. Just about 30 seconds on the clock, and Internazionale caught asleep at the start. And Gianluca Vialli, the scorer, his 5th of the season, making a point surely to the Italian selectors who'd left him out of the side for last Wednesday's match against Cyprus. The ball here just thrust out of the goalkeeper's hands and bouncing on. Inter perhaps complaining about pushing, but Vialli's finishing superb across the goal, and Zenga well beaten. Andy.
This is quite an amazing start in this game, and it's a goal right out of the Wimbledon school of football, isn't it? From one end to the other. But Vialli shows great strength to shrug off Bergomi and slice it straight into the corner. What a start for Sampdoria, and what is a tremendously important day in their league this year. They really must get a result today and couldn't have wished for a better start. And as you said quite rightly, Vialli making his point right away.
A fine overhead kick there, obviously confidence at a very high level as Lombardo swings his boot at that one, but doesn't make a complete connection, and out it goes. Well, it's not often you see a goal as early as this one in football anywhere in the world. In Italy, least of all, I would have thought. Nice clean header, and another beautiful shot, winging in from the edge of the box, and a good save by Zenga too. Tell you, at the moment, Vialli must fancy himself, and he really cracked that one. Good shot, good save. Bringing his experience to this situation. Nicely headed on by Battistini. Klinsmann. Oh, good shot, and just enough from Pagliuca. Just enough. He couldn't have seen that ball for much of its travel, and he got his fingertips to it. And Clint, so fine. I think that the referee was fooled and has given a goal kick.
Yes, I think he was, Graham. It's a fine move, and Inter are pressing the way back in. Klinsmann, it's a good effort on goal, and Pagliuca just gets a touch to it, but so fine was the touch that even the referee didn't see it.
That's right, but it was fundamental, wasn't it? Good piece of control there by Serena, bringing it back for Klinsmann too. But Klinsmann really cracks this through the defender's legs, and that was heading bottom corner. The moment Sampdoria looking like a side smacking for Mikhailovchenko, perhaps a little casual with a shot, but he'll have another go at it. Down he goes in the area, pushed over. He seems to think so anyway. A lot of the fans agree with him. Oh, and that was an elbow in the face by Mikhailovchenko as they ran back there, hitting Bergomi. Well, there's the incident itself. Down goes Mikhailovchenko, and the Inter players are complaining about that incident off the ball. Mikhailovchenko's got himself out of the way. It's red. That's it. The Russian international gets the early bar. Andy.
Well, that's a huge blow for Sampdoria, and one act of foolishness from Mikhailovchenko at a time when his team had got the goal that they so desperately needed. They've been playing so well, and we see this act of folly when he's coming out. Absolutely no need for it. The ball's away. A man of his experience. I mean, you can see Bergomi and him are having a little bit of a chat with each other about the penalty incident, I'm sure, and that's sheer folly. You can't hope to get away with something like that. Well, when you look at the tables and you look at Inter's record this year, Graham, it is an impressive one in the goal-scoring stakes. They've scored 27 goals already in Serie and are the top goal scorers. So Sampdoria will have that in the back of their minds and possibly thinking that they may need another goal if they are going to win this game.
Mancini there, caught by Bremer. Seems to me that Mateus is beginning to take the ball further and further back in the side, actually. And a few moments ago, as Andy was speaking there, completely mishit a ball. Anyway, this is Bremer. Good header on. Oh, and a great header in close range from Berti. That's the rebound. 1-1. 50 minutes gone on the clock, and Berti, with only his second goal of the season, and the other one was equally important. It was in the Milan local derby. The first header brilliantly saved by Gianluca, and Berti lucky to get the rebound, but give him his due, hammering it in from a narrow angle off his weaker foot.
Well, this is certainly made in Germany, isn't it? It's a tremendous cross from Bremer. Klinsmann gets up there and gets the flick on. Gianluca gets absolutely no luck. He makes a magnificent save, but let's give credit to Nicola Berti.
Mateus swings one in. Oh, and that was inches away. Serena's header, a beauty, right over the ball and down for the bottom corner, and it couldn't have missed by much more than a few inches.
Well, Aldo Serena is regarded as the best header of the ball, best Italian player at headering the ball in this country, and this is a magnificent chance. It's a great ball in from Mateus. I can't fault the header at all, Graham. It's a super header down. It looks like it's heading for the bottom corner, but just shaves the outside of the post.
Mancini, Lombardo, got a bit of space here, comes across, handball! Surely handball! In fact, he did very well to handle it. Yes, penalty given. Well, Andy, what a surprise, and in my opinion, no necessity for it.
We had said that Lombardo and Mancini can trouble him with pace, and that's what he's done. It's a magnificent cross, but I mean, no doubts about that. Pagani's just caught out. I'm sure that Vialli would have been scoring from his header, and he knows he's been caught, Paganini, and all he can think to do is stick a hand up. But what a moment for Gianluca Vialli.
Well, there is in fact the instructions going out there from Boskov.
I don't quite know what he can say when a penalty is anything but please score. I think that's what he's trying to say.
The alternative is don't miss it, isn't it? Well, there's quite a lot of Sampdoria's season going to be determined in the next 20-30 seconds, and the man in form going to be taking it, Gianluca Vialli, out of the Italian side, but scored in the first minute of this match against the enormous figure, that's how it must look, of Walter Zenga, the Italian goalkeeper, his compatriot in so many international appearances, which must possibly give him a very slight advantage. So it's Vialli, and this for the lead. Taken, goal, 2-1. Only just, but hit with superb confidence. Zenga picked the right direction and couldn't have been far short of the ball.
Well, so composed, it's quite incredible. In a red-hot situation, Sampdoria are indeed fortunate to have someone with that composure. Zenga goes the right way, he goes early, but the penalty struck too well.
We repeat that Inter haven't lost since the middle of October, any league game. But they are into the teeth of defeat here. Vialli with a low cross. Mancini trying to make some room, he did so, but couldn't quite get the ball where he wanted it to smack in his shot. Here comes Vialli. On to Mancini, he's got an awful lot of space, 3-1! That's it! Game, set and match, I fear, for Sampdoria. And around the ground, fiesta time. Mancini's goal has surely put Internazionale out of sight in this one. And Vialli coming forward for the first time in the match, and nobody on Mancini, and Zenga realised the hopelessness of his task against finishing like that.
Well, watch this is tremendous play at the end, so late in a game that they've defended for long periods. But it's a sweeper, Vialli comes out, brilliant first touch from Mancini, but he knows exactly what he's going to do. And you're right, that's game, that's set, and that's the match.